Hi, my name's DJ Gigler. Welcome to Bookstop Brixton, and we're here with King Smilez. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Thank
you for having me. Thank you for being here.
Man, it's a big deal having you here. I've been a fan. I've been a fan of you ever since I saw you at Durban Go-Go's day party.
The pitch.
You pitch.
Yeah, we had fun that day. Stratford pitch.
Yeah.
Olayemi, Sharice.
Yeah.
SK.
Mixo.
Who else played that day? That was a good one. Open air, outside.
That was vibes. That was my first ever gig. I've never been to a gig in the scene. I've never seen anything like it.
You started well.
Yeah. Well,
I'm glad we put on a performance for you that day.
Yeah. Let me tell you. Yeah. I remember because I was on just before SK, and SK called you up to help her with the laptop. And then you ran up. You said hi.
You
said hello. Then you turned around and when you did your thing, I was just like, hi, who's this guy? Girls looking like a cool kid. Wasn't sure. But when I tell you, they jumped on the decks. It was Red Hour. So, Ade Smilez, Olayemi. There was one other guy there.
Who was there with us on that day?
He had hair.
He had hair. Oh no, Nelson.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Nils Marco, BAFTA award-winning director. Yeah, I have some cool friends.
I know. We're gonna talk about it later.
Yeah,
but
I got some cool friends. So he's one of our visionaries in the crew. We discussed these things many years ago, how it would look or how we should try to design it and present it. So when I'm talking visuals or when I'm talking film, I have my guys that do these things in other aspects that see what I see. They've experienced the clubs, how I experienced it. They come to the studio with me, they chill with me, and they're in my house.
Yeah.
We came from my house, and we're going through the project. We're reminiscing on oh, do you remember that time in pitch? Yeah, you lot played before Go-Go. That's our real life as well, you know what I'm saying?
Vibes.
That was a good day, though.
Man, let me tell you, when you guys went on, I think the tune that really took my attention was Black Nick. Was it Master Black? The dee-dee-dee. I hadn't heard that version.
We have, part of our game was to bring other versions. Part of my game is as a house DJ, is play other songs that you're familiar with that you've heard before, but this is a different way of hearing it.
It was definitely different.
So, that was one of the things where it's I'm going to bring it to you, I'm going to search for the archives, Water's going to be out, but I'm going to play the other version that we ain't heard yet. That's going to hit differently for those that we serve. Yeah. So that was one of them spaces where it's let me take you back a bit.
Yeah.
Let us take you back a bit, let us take you somewhere.
Yeah.
And then, we had some fun.
I messed with it big time, man. I've been a fan of you guys ever since. I stood on the side looking at these guys wow, these are the cool kids, guys. I'm in the scene.
We're problematic. Before I would say I was cool, I would say I was a bit of a problem, you know what I'm saying? I think I'm always telling Yemi, let's just go hard, innit? If someone's in our house says, what's the set gonna be like today? I don't know, bro, but you better get some water before. And you're not going nowhere during, because we're not gonna give you that opportunity. So, Red Hour is a fantastic blend of two perspectives. Do you know what I'm saying? So, I've known Olayemi longer than anyone realizes. Met him in 07, and we won't do the math, but 07 was a long time ago. And we've gone to certain clubs and raves, and he's seen my career progress a certain way. And I've always been aware that he had his ear. So during lockdown, it was bro, I think you should teach me how to DJ. Come
over. Come here.
This is a new thing now that we both have in common.
Yeah.
It's now progressed to production. So he's also in the studio with us. Now you got a track list, you'll see that his name's on there.
Yeah.
So we go back a while. He's in the studio with me now. Then we worked on a couple of tracks, but it was also, it's kind of like everyone that wants to DJ or tries to DJ, you just hear songs being played a certain way.
Yeah.
You also reach for the aux, so it's not my job to teach you anything, but just teach you how the buttons work really, and then play us your playlist.
So Yemi came to you and you taught him?
Yep.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah, so he came to my house.
That's nuts.
Like, it's funny, it goes back further than that. His sister, when she sees this and when he sees it, they're gonna laugh. Because he sent his sister to me first, and she said to me, my sister wants to learn how to DJ. Can you teach her? I was like, yeah, of course. So I was like to her, get your brothers to buy you these decks and some headphones for Christmas, make a playlist, and we'll start from there. Her brothers, being true to her brothers, going by Smilez's recommendation, did what they were told to do. She actually didn't start it. Yemi was like, during lockdown, like, these decks are here, let me try.
It was during lockdown Yemi started?
Yeah.
You're kidding me?
Yeah, legit. So during lockdown, he was like, yeah, let me, and literally just like week or two into lockdown, just when like Red Room had started, gave him some headphones, gave him a little workaround, told him how to arrange it, gave him a boatload of music, but like how we've always come up, we've always had to collect our own music.
Of course.
Streaming wasn't about whatever, so you have to have your library. He has a library. Now it's about organising his library. He knows what his songs are, he knows how he plays his playlist. How do I present this to the world? I'm just gonna share the tools.
Yeah.
And then it was like, I want you to play well enough that when I leave the stage or whatever and you jump on, no one's gonna know no difference.
Yeah.
We can play together. And then fucking, oops.
So let's get straight into it. The first thing I really wanted to ask you, because I know you're Nigerian, yes? And your name is Ade. What is the full meaning, bro? Because we know your names are like five names long, but what is the meaning of Ade and what's the long version?
So, okay, cool. So I would give you my, like, how I would describe why we have so many names there from my description of whatever. You're given a sentence, which is your name to some degree, and it's a prophecy to some degree. Or like they're pronouncing these things to you or to themselves and people around them, and you are that. I've got quite a few Ades in my name. Adewale, Adeleko, Ade Smilez, and several others. My actual initials are AASS.
Nice.
Cool. And Adewale and Adeleko basically is like crowd has come home, or the royalty's at the door, the prince is at the door.
Did you say crowd has come home?
The crown has come home. Yeah.
Amazing.
So Adewale, so it's like Wale is like to come home. Like, but they'll correct me if I'm wrong, but from my understanding, from how like I've and like the crown has come home, or the prince has come home, or like royalty's come home. So if you know your name, you know you're the power that has, I've kind of embodied that, like, yeah, not like I'm back, but like we're here now. Like,
hello.
hi. It's just saying, like, who are you? It's me, Ade. My friends, what's going on? Like, not let us in, but what's going on over there?
Yeah.
So, Ade Smilez comes from my name and my description. Smilez is, came from the streets, where I'm from, wherever else. At a point in time, there was loads of Ades as well.
Yeah.
You could walk into, someone could walk into, just before you come to and be like, oh, go and tell Ade something. And then you say, oh, who's
Which Ade?
Ade, could you put your hands up? And seven people put their hands up.
Yeah. This was in school, wasn't it? So, yeah.
School, college, university, whatever. Yeah. And then it got to a point where it's like, oh, Ade, that's Smilez. Or Smilez, like Ade, like Smilez, bro. Like,
yeah.
Ade, who do you mean? So then it just kind of came together one day in university where it was like, this is your name now. Like, this is your, it's always been your name, do you know what I'm saying? So, I did Smilez.
It makes sense, because wasn't we just saying, you smiled at me first thing?
Yeah, like, hi, like, what's going on?
What's going on? Hi. Literally the biggest ching. He walked up, ran up to the stage. Hi. Like the biggest smile, bright eyes. I was like, oh, this is nice.
You can get into many places with a good smile on your face.
I agree.
Like, or in and out of many things as well. And I definitely use it as a poker face. I'm going to laugh first. If you see me do something funny in the booth and I just start laughing hysterically to myself, I'm looking around like, huh? Like, it's a personal joke or whatever, but just how we just confront the world. So it definitely just is an embodiment of self, I guess.
Yeah.
That's me. That's how I approach. Why not?
Yeah. That's dope, because you know my name's Giggler, obviously, You know,
it's crazy, yeah? I tell you what's even funny, right? My sister, so I'm Smilez, right? Guess who her name is? Giggles. So it's like Giggler, like, oh yeah, my little sister, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think it's a good omen to have. It's a good energy to portray. Like, you make people smile, you make people laugh, right?
Yeah.
And if you just happen to be introduced to someone like, oh, this guy was always actually smile. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
You know, so I try to do it in amongst many ways.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Music, photography, videography, and the rest. You know what I'm saying? So if I can make you smile some way, I win.
Vibes. Amen. I like that so much. Boom. You've been DJing for a very long time. It's 10 plus years, isn't it? Ade, you've been in the game.
It's a long time, yeah, because in primary school, when we were kids, I was the guy that played music. One of the guys that played music as you lot coming in.
You were that guy?
Yeah. So if you were to talk about a DJ career, and it starts from primary school, then I think I've been DJing forever. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So what's the influence then? What made you like music so much? Like, take us, like, because I know, do you know what? I would say Nigerians like to play music in the household just for, so let's, like, give me some tea on that.
As far as I remember, music was always played in my house. So music has always been playing in my head. My dad used to have these like big rave speakers in the house. And as a toddler, they were bigger than me. So learn how to stand up or whatever must have been on those grills or those speakers. And he DJ'd, and how he DJ'd and played, like, I didn't see much of it personally, but I just saw like how the other DJs or musical people in my family always used to commend and rate him and be like, wow, like, you should play, like, you should do your thing and whatever. And he just had this crazy collection, and it was always in my family, in my house. Like, if I asked for something music related, I'll get it.
Yeah.
If I asked to go to a musical event of sorts or do extracurricular music or arts, I'm gonna get away with that.
Yeah.
So I push those boundaries.
So that's major, having that backing, that influence, like, to just, to kind of, first of all, bring you into that kind of industry, first and foremost, and then to get the support from that industry. Because I know we were chatting earlier about this,
It goes wide for me, so we did chat prior, mention my mum, my dad, and now it just flashed to my memory, like, okay, cool. I did witness my daddy play music to me, but he wasn't the one that taught me how to DJ. My uncle was actually like a big boy DJ on the end, like, big deal. Every African party, every hall party, every wedding.
Like your uncle, who's your uncle?
That's how crazy it is. Like, he was just my uncle, like, by family name.
Okay.
I didn't know him by his DJ name, his stage name. But I was sitting next to him in the booth and I'd watch him set up and everything. So one day he came to my house and he was like, here's some equipment, learn it. And there's a kid's room. Learn how to play this in that kid's room, entertain them.
So you were that guy from the beginning.
From early, so when you went to the whole parties for so-and-so's 60th, 50th or whatever, and there was a kid's room and there was a setup and someone that looked like you was playing. He was playing So Sorted or our songs, Hands in the Air or whatever else.
Yeah.
I was that guy. So even like getting to uni, I had transitioned from getting to uni was like when I got to uni, I met African Boy.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
African boy.
Oh. I told you I got some cool friends.
Yeah, you do.
I met African Boy like first, second week, and he was looking for a DJ. And he was like, bro, I'm going on tour. And I was like, let's go. And we toured Europe in 07, 08 under like festivals and MIA and being in Germany and Amsterdam and places like that. That's like, one day I went to Lidl. You know?
Yo, that's so lit. I love that tune as well.
Right.
Yeah.
So I ran with him for like 2 years.
Yeah.
I got experience of that. Finished uni.
Yeah.
I started doing my own event.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's the cold in here.
Shake
This in London is freezing.
Yeah, I'm leaving soon, it's fine.
Shake it out.
I'm out of here. Yeah, if you see me shivering, hear how my voice is, it's cold in here.
Yeah.
The vibes are not back yet.
We're working on it. We're working on it, guys. Energies.
We'll just turn on the hair central heating, yeah? It's fine.
Well, times are hard.
Yeah. It's cold outside.
Yeah.
But yeah,
One day I went to Lidl doing the touring.
We went to Lidl. The tour was called Giggs' album was Walk in the Park. So we called the tour Walk in the Jungle, for instance, something like that, way back. Switzerland, Paris, Ireland, like rockstar lifestyle was something that I experienced at uni.
Yeah.
Of riding the missing flights and like being in a whole nother country just for the night.
Yeah.
Playing to people in Wales.
Yeah.
One day I went to Lidl and other songs, right? And finished uni. I went more down a visual path. I've always said like I wanted to make the visuals, sonic moments.
And you know what? It makes sense a lot with the music because, as I was saying before, I feel like you've created the visuals for the music. You've created the visuals for the scene. What was that thing you told me on Instagram when I was complimenting you on Zone 66?
Oh, right.
Something about sonic visual memories. I said, Kai, wait a minute, put my phone down. I just went on Google quickly.
Sonic visual memories,
about,
100%. Like
because you came back from SA then, didn't you? Yeah.
Zone 66 is me and Dr. Zani, fresh back from SA. That was a journey. That was a tribute to two things that I love very much. Well, many things, but just visually, if you see the visual scape, it's the BMW E30 and it's the Masquerades. Those are both like, you know, if you're from where we're from, if you listen to what we do or how we move, those are things you see around you to some degree.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's like a prelude to Journeyman 2. Like, that's the Start the Engine song that leads into every song, every piece is in order.
Yeah.
All the titles make up a poem. I can't remember it right now. All the current titles that are out make up a poem. I can't remember it right now. It's something to do with...
I mean, can we get a breakdown when you release the album? Also, can we get an explanation? Because, I listened to I mean, he doesn't call it an album. He wants to call it a mixtape. But if you hear the work, that's a well put together, that's a body of work, Ade, that you put together.
Even like the mixtape, some of your favorite artists said to you as a mixtape.
Yeah.
And you understood why that was a mixtape and what you heard next was the album.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel like.
Okay, I feel you.
You're good, like, I will have to correct you and be like, my day one listeners, fans, and everyone that gets it from this point on will be like, you guys were in their mixtape days.
Yeah.
You guys don't even know Journeyman.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. When they know, like, oh yeah, Dark Knight, or I haven't got a title for the next project, let's call it Beautiful Moon, right? they're not gonna. The in between pieces is journeyman. So journeyman is even like, as a title, everything means something.
Yeah.
Journeyman is a wanderer to some degree.
Yeah.
He's on a journey. He's looking for something. He's taking in the environment.
Yeah.
He's meeting people, teaching his lessons as he goes. That's why I feel like we and some of my friends are not part of our life.
Yeah.
So rather than calling it something like the Street Kings or whatever else, we are the journeymen.
You are, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, as on our journey right now, this is what it sounds like, this is what it looks like. This is how we party. This is how we dance. This is how we dress. You know, our hair's white.
Yeah.
Our teeth are gold. You know what I'm saying? Like, right now, so Journeyman sounds like Benny was listening to it. Shout out to Benny Blanco. It's like, this is that London sound. Yeah, it will represent that.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be one of those guys that, if when he turned the clock to London, people in London is like, yeah, they do it well, and this is how they represent themselves as well.
It's funny you mentioned that because, you know, I told you when I came in the scene, I started researching all of you. When you type a Mapiolo London in Google, your face comes up.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
like,
no, it's major.
Thanks, guys, and thanks, Google, because I didn't do it.
Yeah.
But I think lockdown helped. I dove in, like, I came back in 2019 from Messi. It was a trip. I was actually going on a deep house pilgrimage, Afro house pilgrimage with like stuff called Moki, more Smilez.
Nice.
It was with DiCapo, Julian Gomez, like everyone with those big players.
Yeah.
In the streets, and I was there, and I was like, this is nice, but I want that piano, baby.
Yeah. There's nothing like piano.
Yeah, and it was just bubbling. No, it had already been out. So, end of 2019 was like maybe first piano summer.
Yeah.
Like I'm an Uber, things like that, like early days. Shasha.
Yeah.
I'm a DM, shit like that. And took it in, and I just was like, that's what I want to play. Took me about a year to figure out. Like, I didn't understand it at first. I was just like,
what did you not understand?
Just the tempo, the BPM.
Right.
Like.
So what was it like? Because obviously you come from many backgrounds, but house is one that I saw prominent in your thing. 100%. Was it that it was slower? It was slower,
but it felt the same.
Yeah.
It gave me that same feeling. It gave me that same urge to want to move the same way I moved when I'm hearing these other Afro house songs or these deep house, soulful house songs. But then as a DJ, when I put that on the board, and I was like, what? And it was genuinely and on purpose, there was two ways about going about it. And there's the current way which I play, and there was the other way, which was to try and figure it to work with what exists. It's a choice.
Yeah.
And I picked a choice, and I was like, I'm gonna play it how they play it. And I saw how they play it, and I saw the reaction. And I saw deep house, and I saw piano. I witnessed Music is King, Black Coffee's event, 2019, and I'm seeing Jazzy Q open, the violinist. I'm seeing AKA perform. I'm seeing Sammy Soweto. I'm seeing like...
AKA's passed away, isn't it? R.I.P. AKA.
Long live AKA.
Long live.
Like, and these times I was on the visual end of the spectrum. So you have to understand that I'm documenting these things that I'm seeing. So I have pictures that no one else has ever seen of AKA before. Like, I had that shit. I've seen and experienced things that back in the day I used to want to tweet about. Like, I lived that life now.
Yeah.
Like, but in reality, it's just a different kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? I think like going to SA, witnessing it that first time just sparked it, and then I'm a piano, and then the lockdown. So just before lockdown, I was in Bali and living my best life and thinking, yeah, playing piano and thinking like, when I get back to London, I want to just push this a bit.
Yeah.
And the world shut down. I didn't care about live streaming. That wasn't my plan. Didn't want to do that. My sister, Giggles, was like, if you don't film your setup and as you play in the house, I will. And
hold tight, Giggles. Hold tight these good siblings, man.
Yeah. She was like, I will. So then I started, and again, my friends were very supportive. And then again, I've always done events, so this was like giving back. I've always felt like it's community work, giving back, and they were like, now you started, you can't stop.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, cool, we'll see who gets tired first.
Yeah.
It's not going to be me, so, you know.
Period.
Red Room was what opened the doors. We did like loads of mixes. Olayemi, Nikki Summers, like even the event, like basically, it was the debut and showcase the best of the talent that we have over here, because I've experienced that stuff, I've seen it. And if there's going to be a place where you get a taste of it, like it has to be like top quality, because any of the people that have seen it too are going to be expecting those kind of things.
Yeah.
Sound quality is important, where we're playing, how it sounds. Visuals are now important. What people don't know is used to do festival visuals.
Amazing.
So Till 2, the last Till 2, right? All the visuals are on the screen. That was your friend Ade Smiles.
Oh my gosh.
So there's different pieces of artwork of me that exists in the world that is like, it would be crazy if I told you everything. But now that like now that I'm been exposed to, or people know who I am, I have the opportunity to show you these things. And great question you asked me, how come I don't give an explanation? Is because we're already into the next thing, because we're trying to break it down and figure it out and understand it amongst ourselves. We've seen this thing that we've created.
Yeah.
It's vibrating and it looks great.
Yeah.
It tastes amazing, but we don't know what it is yet.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
So it's like even understanding that some of these songs on Journeyman 2, you guys have heard over the course of a year.
Yeah.
Because like I've been playing them, I've been sending them out to different DJs, like, getting feedback and.
I've got beef with you.
Okay.
Because you were supposed to send me music time ago.
I sent you music.
No, you said that like how long ago? A year later.
You know what? A lot of people do, but it's my own fault and it's your lot's fault too.
Yeah.
Like, if I said I'm going to send it, ask me again.
Oh, Ade, can be intimidating sometimes, you know? Do you get what I mean?
Me intimidating? I'm minding my business, I'm smiling at the back, I'm just doing my thing.
No, it's not just that. You've done a lot and you're doing great things, so sometimes it can feel a little bit like, small little me going to... Do you get what I mean? It can, Ade, I'm telling you, it can feel like that.
I don't know how you guys are tripping like this. Like, I don't know, we're still all here, and I think, like, that's what makes me laugh. And it makes me laugh, but it also gives me, like, a space of understanding when I leave here, because it keeps me humble. You know what I'm saying? Like, how we behave in London is a certain way. You can rate someone standing right next to them and be like, what's up, bruv?
Yeah.
But that what's up, bruv, meant a lot to both parties.
Yeah.
So I might look a certain way when I'm in the corner and sunglasses on and there's smoke everywhere. But as soon as you type me, I'm like, hey, what's up? How you doing? You alright?
Yeah, very much so.
Behind my sunglasses, I'm watching everyone. I'm making sure everything is good.
Yeah.
If you need a drink, I know. I'm passing it to you. Do you know what I'm saying? If you want something to loosen up with, some of these things I supply, and if I don't, I got friends that can help you with that. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's all a moment. It's all a visual painting. Do you know what I'm saying? And like, in these moments, especially in someone like Red Room, I had the opportunity to control the sound and the visuals, the smell of the room. That's me.
That's you as well. Yeah. So, like, you're just a creative all round. The man's a genius. I mean, let's give him a title like Kanye, innit? That's great. Wait, so how'd you do the smell?
Oh, we have many methods.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so incense bahor. We have like in auras. The guy that owns auras actually came up with and patented his own diffuser mechanism device that is able to purify the air, and in that you can infuse your own scents and stuff like that. So we work closely with them to combine the visuals and how the music hits and the lighting. Hennessy taste, you know, Hennessy and Red Bull and apple juice and things like that. Like, I'm trying to hit all your senses. You know what I'm saying? This album project mixtape is like that. Like, there's some songs you listen to and chill.
Yeah.
There's some songs you turn up and you're gonna feel it in your chest. It's gonna hit hard.
Can I just say, like, since we're on the topic of Red Room, that was the most euphoric. Is that how I can explain it? I've never experienced anything like that in my life.
That is a good thing. I appreciate it
I've
deeply.
never experienced something like that in my life, yo. I'm telling you, I was almost tripping. Like, it was like I wanted to know when the next one was. I'll be messaging your manager at the time.
Yeah.
Like, I'm coming from a set, but I'm gonna come. Can I get in? Like,
100%.
am I able to get in? You know, because it was forget everything else. We're fans of the music as DJs, isn't it? So when we hear something good, we know it's good. And when we see the environment, because I was playing the Bacardi at the time, especially when I first started, that was my thing. I was like, that was the vibe. So when I came to Underground, Red Room, Underground, you really heard Underground, and that's what really made me want to dig deep into the music, because I said what these guys are bringing is levels.
That two things. One is always purpose by design. That's by design. That's on purpose. I don't want to take full blame of it. That's the second thing. Like, I work with and I have a great team and many friends around me that we all believe to support each other. The teamwork makes the dreams work.
Amen.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, my managers are my friends first. Do you know what I'm saying? And we're friends after anything. It's just, I have always had friends, like I said, Nels Marco, but after award winner, he can't be with me every day. He has to go and do the things that win BAFTAs, and I have to do the things that put me on stage. But where we can collaborate, where we can work together. Red Room was one of them spaces where it's like community championed Red Room because they realised and felt like this is a space for the sound. And I didn't say nothing verbally. I was never going to say anything about, I'll tell you where it is, I'll tell you how it goes, and the mic I'm not saying nothing. I can do that. I have done that. I will do that again if necessary.
But is it?
When it's necessary. But in there I felt like the music speaks louder than anything I could say.
Facts.
And if there's an emergency, I'll play the right song. We'll leave, but we won't turn it down.
We'll leave on the right soundtrack.
The roof.
The roof is on fire.
And it will be some wicked log jong dong dong. You're like, yo, I need to hear the song outside. That's the only reason I'm leaving. You know what I'm saying? So that was my ethos, because some of the best and greatest artists don't have the opportunity to tell you the whole process and the everyday working of it. We just go to a world where you see it in the life of. I didn't know Frank Ocean. I didn't see it in the life of The Weeknd. I didn't know these. They just brought out this work. They brought out these pieces, and I, in my world, had to make the visuals in my mind. And I grew up in a visual state where some of the music videos I made up in my mind were better than the ones I saw on TV. So now I live in that space where it's like, the rave I want to go to looks better than some of the things I experience. Or can I bring some of the best things I've experienced together? They ain't got visuals or whatever in the street. Some places they got great sound. They ain't got Dom Perignon or whatever. They got great sound. That should be the first most important thing. We scoured everywhere. I went everywhere. I worked with Warriors before I have a relationship with them, so I knew that existed. I knew that space was going to work. But I told the Warriors, let me go and build a crowd. Let me get people that understand this thing before we come in here. And we did Peckham Audio. Actually, before Peckham Audio was in, like, everyone calls it Uncle's Bar on Encore Road. That's the vibe, Uncle's Bar. And it rocks, you know what I'm saying?
Where the uncles will bring their mistresses.
Bringing their mistresses, bringing Suya. The price of Hennessy was changing as the night was progressing. The price of inflation is happening in the real place, you know what I'm saying? So,
shout out to DJ Igwe, by the way.
Shout out to them all. They have so many, like, over the 3-4 years, there are so many DJs, there's so many people that have put the scene together, that have helped to fund and helped to support each other. You know, Red Room was meant to be like Pirates evolution. Like we, just the same energy we had in Pirates, where we, as a person that came to watch someone play, just in a bigger space.
Yeah.
Turn the lights off. It's red for a reason. We don't have enough time to go into those reasons. But make it red. And that was the thing. Like everywhere I went to play, everywhere we went to push, it's easy to put make it red, bro. I talk to the sound engineer and the lighting guy and be like, hey, my bro, can you make it red?
Yeah.
And again, I've worked with them in my other kind of world where it's visuals and whatever. So when we're working in the daytime, I know what language to speak to them. I know what equipment they use on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Well, I'm more versed in that world, so it's like I can express why I want it that way.
Yeah.
But also as like a visual moniker for the rest of the world. Like I get pictures from all over the world now where people are in a red room somewhere and ask me, is that you?
Yeah.
Are you over there? Or what, red room, yeah? That's the best, funniest, lamest text people text me all the time. A picture of red room, yeah? Yeah.
But that's lit though, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is. It's great. Like, I can't be mad at it, but yeah, okay, cool. I miss you too. I haven't spoken to anyone in days. I've just been in the studio for months, but yeah, red room, yeah.
Lit.
But no, that's like where we are now, where it's like, literally, we all believed it at that point in time. Like, even back then, we'd all be in our homes. Rose would be over somewhere in our house, shots o'clock. Yemi's over there, Dylan's over there. That everyone just tap in, and when it came to the real world, we behaved the exact same way.
Yeah.
Red Room got locked off in Pirates, and we laughed about it for 2 hours outside of Pirates, and we laughed and said, guys, nice to meet us all for the first time. When we see each other, let's go.
Yeah.
And we jumped in, and that's how like relationships like myself and Kwamzy is built, where people heard about it, and then I've got somewhere you can come and find me. That was the main thing, like, and put a flag up and stand over here, wave this red flag, and if you like what we do, you can find us over here. So Red Room is back. It's for season 3 this year.
You. Yes.
Next, I was about to say next week, so I'm in the wrong place.
Yeah.
It will be about next week now. About next week, look out for it. Myself and Olayemi are back, just bringing the music, quality. Can't tell you who the DJs are yet because it's always like days before, a few days before. You guys know what Red Room is about.
Yeah.
And knowing who the DJs are is a bonus to you.
Yeah.
Later.
Yeah.
If you know the DJ, if you're around them people, they know they're playing and they're like, yeah, bro, you want to be at this Red Room still.
Yeah, it adds value.
Right,
Yeah.
and we keep it that way for a long time. It's also the hangout spot for the other DJs.
Yeah.
Like, I've met a lot of everyone in the scene really in and around that space, so I mess with it heavy. I'm glad it's coming back.
Yeah. So are we.
Yeah, the rest of us looking forward to it too. It's like, again, it's spiraled out of my control at this point.
That's crazy. And do you know what? So we're going to hear Journeyman to obviously some.
Yeah.
We're going to hear that in there. That's nuts. Like, I'm really, really looking forward to it. Guys, you lot have not heard,
You've heard Journeyman already.
This mixtape. I mean, you have, but you didn't hear it the way I heard it.
Yeah,
you didn't hear it as a body of work. I must say, I hear the house element, Ade.
Thank you.
I hear the house element in there, and it's beautiful.
Okay.
Like the way you've used the vocals, oh my gosh, I'm super impressed with it because it's not overdone, it's not too much. I love vocals and piano, but like Kanye West has always said something that's made sense to me. He said the voice itself is an instrument, so you have to find a way to put it in without it being too overbearing, and you've managed that.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Like, I would call it a mixtape only because I know what time and era we were in when we made that. But I appreciate that our morals are translating, and I say we because there's a lot of people on the project, and there's a lot of people over the period of making this project and getting to this point, because this would be like, maybe I would say my first debut project release. And I'm a SoundCloud kid to some degree. I've got projects on SoundCloud or whatever else, but global project release so everyone can listen to a body of work that is like, got a few pieces and you can try and imagine things. So to get to this point, you know, it took a lot of time. I'm giving you 12 from 120. And You know, I was told at one point when I was annoyed that I had so many songs I was sitting on, like, I wasn't special because I had a lot of songs that I was sitting on. There's so many artists in the world have a lot of work they're sitting on. That's not what makes us special. It's when you give out the artwork.
Can we just say that to the camera so Benny Blanco can hear it, please? Can we say that to the camera?
Benny.
One more time.
Yeah, so basically, like, we are not special because we create these things only. We have to put it in the line of sight so people can see it and appreciate it for what it is and what it does. So this is one of those moments where I'm like, okay, cool, I know what I'm trying to build and develop. I know what, like, a dedicated budget or a world tour behind building an album looks like for me. But before I get to that stage, this is what the journey sounds like.
Yeah.
I'll give a quick shout out to everyone that's on there. YKBW, Jelaine Echo, Dylan Franklin, Olayemi, DJ Kwamzy, AK's on there. Shout out to AK.
Shout out to AK.
Lazy, aka Arjun, and his brother, they're both on there. Unit 6 studio is where I curated a lot of it.
Can I just say, Shippy is my favourite.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my days. Yeah. When I heard that tune, I said, wait a minute, hold up. Hold up.
It's actually crazy, yeah. And I may tell a joke, but I never tell a lie, right? Mm. Just yesterday, someone said the exact same thing.
Mad.
And was like, AK, what's that song? And I was like, to Shippy, he's like, yeah, that song. What song it is? It's crazy.
Crazy.
And I, fortunately, are in a place in the world where I'm like, coming out on Thursday, not only because I'm given a know about exclusives, but it happens to be my song.
Yeah.
And it makes me feel away, and I'm excited when I hear yourself. I've heard you play my songs. You played more than just July Breeze.
Yeah.
You actually played July Breeze, and you play Universal Baby, yeah? And you know what it's like, when I hear people, that part of the artwork to give it out is to hear how you guys mix it, and how you mix it, and where you perform it, and how you perform it, what parts resonate with you. And people don't realize, again, I don't say too much socially, but I see all the videos. I see all the, I'm in the club with you, that sometimes I don't come over because I came to dance and go home.
Yeah, yeah, I understand that vibe. Yeah, I understand.
Like, sometimes I don't go on the stage.
Yeah.
Like, I remember something the last Penance. I was like, you saw me? She's like, yeah, I was talking, chatting rubbish. I thought, oh yeah, true. But so I'm a raver first.
Yeah.
It was a privilege to be allowed to be on the stage.
Yeah.
I don't abuse it.
Yeah.
I make my own stage with you. We have fun. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I just go out and have fun with you lot. And these are the songs that sound like our fun nights.
Yeah. That's true, actually, because when I saw you at the Sonke, shout out to Mixolist and that crew, the Sonke was lit. You were very much came by the speaker, because I'm always by the speaker. And that's when I clocked you. I looked back and I was like, oh, I know Smells in his glasses. First thing you turn around, as soon as you clock eye contact, ching, the smile.
I got a smile and nod, because again, I got sunglasses or whatever, like, so that I know that, hey.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the same time...
But people can take that wrong,
That's their business.
I know.
I'm done with dealing with something where people perceive in it. Like, I'm interested to have a conversation about how it may be perceived or looked, given opportunity. By,
let's talk about it now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Bet.
Okay.
What's up?
Yeah.
You good?
Well, okay, I'm all right, but I'm
just
saying, like what I was mentioning before, it can be a little bit intimidating. But bro, you've done certain things. Yeah, I'm sure. Like what I'm saying to you, you're just trying to blow it off because I'm the normal guy. But what I'm saying to you, I'm sure resonates. You've achieved certain things, so people have put you. Unfortunately, we do that. We're humans, isn't it?
Yeah,
you're put on a certain pedestal. So sometimes it's not like you have to baby us or anything like that. No, you don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying how it can come across sometimes can make you, because we already feel smaller because we've perceived it's us, innit? Okay,
so sorry.
We're to blame, yeah? It's not your fault. It's the greatness.
Hold on, wait. Pause. Again, I have been exposed to a certain kind of experience in the world where like people are really confident in themselves, and their confidence is what elevated them to the next spot. And I imagine that everyone else I see around me is equally chasing and trying to visualize that confidence. I'm just trying to embody mine to the best of my ability. Does that make sense? Now, in conversation, we're on the same level. I've met the best DJs in the world.
Yeah.
Like, I've actually had the privilege to meet my favorite people apart from maybe 5.
Yeah.
Like, and if out of those 5, I've witnessed them perform.
Yeah.
I've been that privileged and be able to see them perform in such a privileged environment. I ain't got money like that.
Yeah.
It's just how the universe plays with me.
Yeah.
Very well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
No, I love that. You've been dealt some crazy good cards. It's such a shame I don't have longer with you, but what I really want to touch on is Chris Brown. We have to do that because you're one of, like, come on, guy.
That's
Chris
one of those
Brown,
experiences.
Miami.
Yeah.
Like, I just want you to quickly touch upon Chris Brown, Miami, boom.
Okay, cool. Chris Brown was a 6 weeks roller coaster. It's 46 nights roughly.
Yeah.
28 shows. All arenas, minimum 15,000 people.
Wow.
14 cities.
Wow.
And it really was a phone call.
Yeah.
On Sunday night, what time is it now? And was like, hey, what's up? I was like, hey, how are you doing? You good?
Who's that on the phone?
Casey.
Okay,
Shout out
nice.
to Casey. She's a tour manager now. She had been tour manager for 3 years. Casey's just my dog.
Yeah.
I had good friends. So she called me and hit me. And we never worked ever before in years maybe or whatever. And she just says like, all right, you got any bookings this week or coming up? I was like, yeah. And I had some good ones. First Red back for the year. He was doing auras. And then we had Rosie Gold play.
Nice.
Cool.
Shout out to Rosie Gold.
Shout out to Rosie Gold. And then I was playing Viagra, Red Hour, Viagra Deep, Doneo.
Yeah. I remember that. That was an amazing night. That was
Right.
an amazing night.
So
yeah.
that was my week ahead of me.
Yeah.
And she was like, okay, cool, those are our off days. Off days, what's happening? She was like, do you want to go on tour? I was like, yeah.
Chris
Okay,
Breezy,
cool.
baby.
I didn't know that part yet.
No. Did he tell you?
Mm-mm. I tell you. She said, do you know Tyla? Yeah, getting late. I know Tyla.
Yeah.
God, piano. So yeah, it's like she don't. You guys will be supporting this defeat. The O2 Arena on Wednesday, Valentine's Day, first show. Okay. Let's go. Sure. I don't care who is supporting. I'm rolling.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Who is supporting, by the way? Oh, Chris Brown. Then we car picked you up in the morning to go to rehearsal.
Yeah.
12 hours later, we were in rehearsal. I met Tyla, and we rocked the world. We rocked Europe for weeks. Met Chris Brown, partied every night under the influence. We were under the influence,
For real.
and I had the opportunity of playing my birthday. O2 Arena,
That's
20,000
so
people.
nice. Oh, I do live in the dream. That's lovely.
Yeah, I'm trying. So then from there, Red Rooms, Afro Nation, Detroit.
Yeah.
That was a amazing situation.
Yeah.
Shout out to Shay, because she was like the ninja of that operation. And then from there is where they saw me in America. But Detroit was something special to me because like Moody Man
Yeah.
and Rodriguez.
Yeah.
And their stories and that's how they are in the artistry. I embody some of those things and maybe that's how I come across. I'm very not, I don't know, I feel like I'm here for the music.
Yeah.
I'm here to talk about equipment. I'm here to ask that guy what camera it is because I can see it from here.
Well, now that you've said that, like, I understand it now.
Me and my boys are talking about frequencies and
Yeah.
ND filters in the club, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so it's not, I don't know what happened on TV. I know what analog equipment you want to get and things like that. But just in Detroit, I was just able to just go crazy, go crazy. Just before that, we were in Toronto, Kwamzy, the Boiler Room, and we mentioned me speaking on the mic, and he opened with my voice.
Oh, amazing.
So I opened and spoke to the world, and I was like, cool, we've broken into America, let's go.
Let's go. And then you did fast forward, Miami. Yeah.
I hit Miami, Piano Forever.
Yeah.
They reached out to me and was like, let's go.
Yeah.
Together, you know, blended some things. They were happy to be like, oh, Red Room Miami. I was like, let's not do that.
Yeah.
Let's do Miami right. Let's do Piano for America right. Let's brand new thing, whatever. And yeah, I was there. I was meant to be there for 2 weeks and ended up being a whole 30 days.
Amazing.
And I played a lot, like more than 30 days than I'd played. Oh, actually, last year was crazy. I can't even compare, but a lot. Like,
one of the venues you played at, was it with Miami Rooster?
Red Rooster, yeah.
Red Rooster.
Yeah, do some dope events there.
Yeah, what was the crowd like? Was it small, big?
It was I closed that party. There was a random, like, you know, just talk to the guys, like, yeah whatever. I had played on Piano Forever, and I had people here, and I was like, can't play my events, so they don't know me like that yet. Yeah. They kind of was going to give me like 15 minutes. No, actually, tell you, like, on a Friday, they gave me like 15, 20 minutes at Red Rooster. Just like, oh, yeah. Boom, killed it. Yeah. Then it was like Sunday, come back, give it an hour. Yeah. Background for that hour, and it was closing. It was actually Caribbean night called Island Crush.
Mad. So you did piano on a Caribbean night.
And they're taking it in. It's for everyone. I've kind of figured out my way of translating and speaking to them songs that they may understand and reference. During the Chris Brown tour, I did some remixes. Those Chris Brown remixes. Who Told You? Our music is circling the world. Yeah. So Kwamzy makes a lot of remixes.
He does.
I throw them at the people they understand, Rima, stuff like that, and that translates well as giving them a proper piano. Now, people that are from different parts of the world always come to me in the booth and like, oh, where are you from? Nigeria? Where are you really from? Like, by way of SA or something? Yeah. Like, that's not like that. I just really, I understand. You know what I'm saying? I respect highly. Yeah. I've learned that diligent of it, you know what I'm saying? So just translating that, I've learned during the period of being out there, like, the way I play out there is different to how I play here. Yeah. Like, cool. You guys don't want, that was a year and a half ago almost. Yeah. Like, now you guys want journeyman to, so we have to break journeyman to them piece by piece. Yeah. Going back tomorrow, but when this comes out, I'll probably be back, on my way back. Yeah. More I'm Piano Forever going, we did Austin, so while out there, flew to Austin, did a night.
Austin, which city?
Texas.
As in?
Yeah.
Because you know, what? Piano in Texas? Because you know what's crazy? I did my first international thing in Boston. Yeah. Like, the crowd, like what you're saying, they took it in, but it was a little bit...
No, they're figuring it out. They're trying to understand.
They're trying to understand it. They're learning.
Austin, Texas. So this time around... Cool. So this time around, we're going back to Miami, got a couple gigs, and then we're going to Atlanta on the 9th.
That's like really, yeah.
They were trying to get me last time, but just time-wise and just like uncertainties, I was just not knowing yet. But then, and they also didn't know who I was, so I kind of given them that
time to get to know you.
So now this year we're starting well. Thank you for having me. It was great. Not to cut you, but I think that this time last year I was interviewed as well. I didn't know Chris Brown was going to happen. And boom, we went crazy.
Sorry about that, guys. We had to cut suddenly. Ade Smilez has to fly out tomorrow. Ade explain.
Like, my bad. Like, this is going to happen from time to time. We're going to have to run in and run out. We're going to book a part 2. I will book it at our studio. You have a lot more time. We can play some of the songs at the same time.
I'd love that.
So, yeah. So, you know, it's my great friends.
Yeah, you're fun friends.
Fun friends. So, when we get back in town, part 2, make sure you tune in. Make sure you watch it again. Thank you for having me. Peace.
Yeah. That's so much, Ade. Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a safe flight.